Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm Bradley.
I'm Kate.
This is the History Buffoons. I don't know why I said it that way.
You sound like
but
it, too.
I did.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I am joining up with the circus a couple weeks.
You're just practicing?
Yeah, I'm just getting ready for my performance.
The Brewers. The
Oh,
Brewers
my
have been
God.
kicking butt.
They had that one loss so far, right?
That's okay.
It.
That's okay. Out of what, 6 games? 7 games? 8 games?
6? Is it 6? Yeah, I think they're
Doesn't
5-1.
matter,
5-1
yeah.
sounds right, but either way,
I'm okay with that.
they've been kicking some ass.
They have been.
I cannot wait to get to a game.
We love William Contreras and
Sal
Frelick.
I named a cat after him.
You did name your cat after him, Sal.
I
Forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. Hold, please.
hold the phone, literally.
Literally.
No, I've been really enjoying watching the games. I missed it on Wednesday because my son's been off spring break for him, and so the wife took off, and I met him up after work. And okay, I'll save part of this for the viewers. What are we doing today?
Oh,
We're
are
concluding,
doing
right?
yeah. We are doing part 2 of the Hillsborough disaster from 1989.
Crazy.
I'll give a quick recap if you want.
Yeah, why don't you?
Okay.
Just in case.
So on April 15th, 1989, the Hillsborough disaster is a soccer stadium.
Yep.
And thousands of Liverpool fans were directed into the Leppings Lane end, which is an entry point
Yep.
of Hillsborough Stadium, where poor crowd control and too few turnstiles and a lack of coordination created a really dangerous bottleneck outside the grounds. And in an attempt to relieve the pressure, an exit gate was also opened.
Which was a huge mistake.
Yes, and it allowed a surge of people to enter without being redirected, and many of them funneled straight into an already overcrowded pen behind the goal.
And was it 96 people?
96 men, women, and children had lost their lives because they were unable to move, unable to breathe, and they had compression asphyxia.
Yeah, that's so sad. And the one we're focusing on is the 2 young girls who lost their life. Let me try and remember. Trevor was the dad.
Yep.
Julie?
Jenny. Yeah.
Jenny. I knew it was a J.
Yeah.
Sarah and
Vicky,
that's right.
Yep. So that's the Hicks family, whom we are following.
Yeah.
But Sarah was 19 and Vicky was 15, and they both died in the disaster.
So sad. I mean, they had literally no life. So much life ahead of them is what I mean to say there.
Yeah.
But Jesus.
So part 1 is all about the Hicks family and the day of the disaster.
Yep.
And very briefly what happened after the disaster, and then this part 2 is basically the aftermath and the basically the court rulings.
All the court stuff.
Yeah. We're talking decades of court rulings. So
it's just
we're going to go into that today.
So fucking tragic.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do we have to drink?
So we have had some of their beers before.
Okay.
It was the hot dog, but it's not actually a hot
Oh,
dog.
what was that called?
Wasn't it just hot dog lager?
Was it hot dog lager?
That I got for you?
Exporium Brew Pub.
Explorium,
Oh,
not
Plorium.
Porium.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, hey, I got some of your cat hair on mine.
Naturally.
It's in your house, so there's cat hair.
And Explorium Brew Pub from Greendale, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so the place we went to on Wednesday after I got done with work, I met the family at this. It's Southridge Mall is what it is.
Okay.
Fun fact, when Sarah's mom was still working, she actually worked, I think it was an HR, if I'm not mistaken, for Boston Store. She worked at that Boston Store in Southridge Mall. Boston Store is not a thing anymore.
Is that Yonkers and...
it's similar.
Yeah.
It's similar to a Yonkers. Yeah. That's right. You're not from around here, so you probably didn't know much about them. I don't know how worldwide or nationwide even.
What's the H one? Helzberg or something?
No idea.
They're from... So I grew up with Yonkers.
Yeah, we didn't get Yonkers till way later because I was used to Boston Store or Sears,
Yeah,
stuff
and then
like that.
I got back in Kearney, I got like Hillsborough, something like that. But it's all kind of the same brandish type of thing.
It's pretty much the same.
But I think Boston is in there. Yeah.
But anyways, so in this mall, there's a arcade place. They had bowling, they have pool tables, they have a bar,
Nice.
A ton of claw games that apparently just take your money.
Oh,
I know.
No.
A lot of arcade games. Pretty cool place. My son loves that stuff, whatever. But I knew that this place was also, they had a place in there. Or I don't know if that's their main, it might even be their main place, to be honest. Anyways, so I go, we're doing our fun things. I'm like, all right, let's go look for this because I've never seen it. I haven't been to Southridge Mall in years. And we found it. I really wanted to have a beer.
Yeah.
So Sarah took the kids to the food court.
Well,
got
they
some
don't need
food.
a beer. We'll just go.
Yeah. So I went and said I was going to go up to the bar just because obviously I'm not eating there. And I'm like looking at the bar. There's guy here, seat guy, whatever. People. I'm like, I just kind of cozied up in between this lady and this other gentleman that was sitting there. Asked him for the beer menu. He's like, yeah, go ahead, whatever. And then I just eventually just said, is anyone sitting here? He's like, oh, no, you are, man. I'm like, all right, cool. So to cut this a little shorter, he's my son's fucking phy-ed teacher.
What's a phy-ed?
Physical education. Gym.
Oh, gym.
He's my son's gym teacher.
Gym teacher.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We found all of this out through just random conversation.
Over a beer.
Over a couple beers. And it was really funny. He was a super nice guy.
So this was that.
So this was at their brew pub in Southridge Mall. So Explorium. So I have Lost in the Sauce, which is a VX series. Not sure what that is, but it's a hazy, which is I've had this before, so this isn't new to me. But
I have the Swiss Hoffass Lager.
Yeah.
If I'm not German or Swiss, I guess it's more Swiss.
Either way,
yeah.
I think you're gonna like it.
I'm gonna open it now.
Well, did you read like more of it?
No, just that it was from Glendale.
No, like the style isn't there? Wasn't
Oh,
it some?
Yeah, Swiss lager.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a Swiss lager aged in white oak.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, cheers.
Cheers. I have no nails because I'm a therapist now.
Well, yeah. I thought you might.
Let's do this.
And the reason why I thought you might is I bought a 4-pack of each of these. I may or may not have had one of each. They were just so good. I really like this beer. This is great. So shout out to Explorium. Shout out to my son's gym teacher. That was a really fun conversation. And this other people. And then Hunter, the bartender, he was one of them. He was super nice. So all really cool people there.
Awesome.
So I really need to just stop talking to people.
You do talk to a lot of people, but
But
see, you get to know people, and you find out that they're your son's gym teacher.
Right.
You know, so
it's not just a random whatever. It's like you get to know the person a little bit. You know, like I was at that place. Someday I'll take you there. That bar that I like. That's not too far from my work, and I got to know the bartenders really well. Whatever, and I was there having a beer, and this young dude, I think he's 22, sat down, start shooting shit with him, and he does construction and stuff and whatever. And this other girl sits down. You can tell she's really tan, so she's not from here. Found out she's from Florida, but she grew up in Indiana. She's now going to be a volleyball coach at the Arrowhead High School.
Awesome.
So it's just like you find out just random shit, and it's just like I can talk to pretty much almost anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, so let's move on to this wonderful, uplifting, bright story.
So Hillsborough, I think my mic has been.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's like been going down steadily.
That's all right. Fix what you need.
Okay.
We're doing this live, folks. Well, kind of live. Live to us.
So, as I said, 96 men, women, and children lost their lives. They were they were fans that were pinned against metal barriers.
Mm-hmm. And other people.
Yeah. And the response time for the ambulances and the police were really, really slow. So,
well, because you said, like they thought they were just a bunch of soccer hooligans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, all I can think of is Euro Trip. But
yeah, so go back and listen to Hillsborough Part 1. It's called Help Us Brucey. It's a really great episode. It's a good story. It needs to be told.
It does, because it's such a tragic thing, and it's all because of some fucking people who just didn't want to take the blame, and they passed it along, which we'll probably hear a little more of in this episode, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's just negligence from certain people caused this fucking disaster.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people like Sarah and Vicky, very young people, lost their life because of some dumbasses who were negligent.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah. It was negligent.
Yeah, which is just really sad. But anyway.
So since the disaster, there had been inquiries and things like that. So fast forward 2 years.
Right.
The formal inquiries about what happened and who to blame was still proceeding.
Yep.
And the process finally reached its conclusion. And I mentioned this at the end of the last one.
Right.
The jury returns with a majority verdict of accidental death on these fans.
Which just doesn't make any sense. I mean, unless it's murder or whatever, every death is kind of accidental, more or less, when it comes to something like this. But it's like, there were steps that could have been taken to prevent these accidental deaths. And it's all because of the certain... what's that one guy's name?
David Duckenfield.
How could I forget Duckenfield? That's such a weird name and such a douche. But anyways, personal Bradley opinion. But it's like, clearly decisions made by him could have prevented these. So I get they're accidental and what they came with the ruling, but no fucking way, man.
Yeah.
Just look at the story.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
So accidental suggests something that was unavoidable, something that could have been prevented. But by that time, by the time that verdict had come out, the families had basically, we've heard enough, we've seen enough.
Right.
They heard about the overcrowding, about the failures of crowd control, and about the decisions that were made or not made in the moments that had mattered most. So months later, in October of that same year, another development was happening.
Okay.
David Duckenfield, the officer who had been in charge at the stadium on the day of the disaster, retired from the police force on medical grounds. Guess what his medical discharge was?
Oh, boy.
Depression and PTSD.
Okay.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. So this kind of acknowledges the human impact of this disaster, not just the ones who were killed or the family of the people killed, but also the people in charge. It was a massive disaster.
Right.
And it created problems in all areas.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
But him retiring also effectively removes him from the system before any meaningful accountability has been established.
I don't see how that would remove him, though. Right? I mean,
there would be no...
He didn't die.
No, but he's no longer on the police force. So even... there's no longer a punishment, essentially. At least as far as his work life is concerned.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. You were in charge during the timing of this. Just because you retired, so what you're telling me is, I could go basically do something terrible at my job, but then retire, and I'm okay then.
Right.
I mean, that's horse shit.
Right. So there is no public examination tied to his departure. There's no resolution. It's just an exit. But then on January 1992, disciplinary action against Superintendent Bernard Murray, the police control box commander on the day, was also dropped.
What the fuck?
So another potential revenue of accountability disappears. Now, I haven't spoken of Bernard Murray yet. He was the superintendent with the South Yorkshire Police, and on the day of the Hillsborough disaster, he was stationed in the police control box. The control box was essentially the nerve center inside the stadium.
Sure.
From there, he and his officers can monitor the crowd, watch CCTV feeds that are live, Couple bubbles.
Hey.
And they communicated with units on the ground. So Duckenfield was in overall command, but Murray was watching what happened in real time. So Murray's disciplinary action gets dropped.
Okay.
In 1993, for many of the families, the fight had already stretched far longer than they imagined it would.
Right.
And now they're having to navigate courts and legal language and decisions to keep pushing. And in November of 93, 6 representative families brought a judicial review hoping to overturn the inquest verdict of accidental death.
Okay.
When the ruling came down, it didn't exactly go their way.
Oh, boy.
Lord Justice McCowan decided that the inquest had been properly conducted. So for families like Trevor and Jenny Hicks, it was another moment where the door seemed to close as they were trying to push it far open.
Right.
By this point, so 1993, and my dates have varied between 91 and 93,
Right.
Jenny and Trevor have divorced.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, so somewhere in that 2-year timeline.
Things
ultimately.
ultimately.
So Trevor worked near Hillsborough or somewhere north of London, and
Okay.
Jenny stayed in London. It had always been that way even before the accident.
Oh, gotcha.
He would leave Sunday night for work and not come home until like Friday night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they were already basically living apart from each other.
Okay.
And after their initial grieving process, because I know grieving,
It's different for everybody.
yeah. After their initial grieving process, it took quite a while to like get back into the swing of things, but eventually Trevor ended up going back to his routine of staying where his work is for 5 days.
Right.
And just over time, they ended up divorcing.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Jenny actually relied heavily on her daughter's friends.
Okay.
She got to be really, really, really close friends with some of Sarah's close friends.
Oh.
Like they would grieve together. They would
Sure.
call each other and go out to dinners and stuff. And they were just a really good support system for her. Trevor was grieving, of course, but he was also organizing, speaking, and helping to hold the campaign together through the Hillsborough Family Supports Group.
Okay.
Jenny as well remained deeply involved. So they still saw each other regularly.
They just weren't together
Yes.
anymore. And
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately that happens.
And
but
as far as I read in her book, it was pretty amicable, and everything. It was okay. It happened, but it was okay.
Right. Good execution on amicable, because there's a lot of times where I just butcher that word.
Amicable.
Yeah.
So-
amicable.
If the courts weren't going to reopen the case, the families would have to find another way to keep their story alive.
Right.
And that meant stepping out of the courtroom. So by the mid-1990s, the campaign had shifted into something more public. The fight was happening in interviews, in public statements, and increasingly how the story was being told to this wider world.
Right. Yeah.
Then in December 1996, ITV, which is a British broadcast television network,
Okay.
aired a drama documentary written by Jimmy McGovern based on research by journalist Katie Jones. It didn't present Hillsborough as a closed case, much like the courts think it is. It didn't repeat the official version of events. Instead, it told the story through the perspective of the families, their doubts, their frustrations,
Sure.
and their belief that the truth has not been fully acknowledged yet.
Right.
So this mattered to Trevor and Jenny and those families,
Sure.
because for the first time in a long time, the public was being asked to see the disaster the way that they experienced it, not as an isolated tragedy, but as something that has been followed by years and years of unanswered questions and contested narratives.
Sure. No, that's awesome.
So this is a drama documentary that you can find on YouTube with Eccleston. What was his first name?
Christopher Eccleston?
Christopher
Yeah.
Eccleston plays Trevor, I believe. And it's just called Hillsborough.
The first time, I think I mentioned this to you, first time I ever saw him in a movie was Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage. Mm-hmm. And my cat Sway and my cat Memphis were named after that movie. Memphis came first, and then Sway was my boy.
Yeah.
But Memphis was kind of a dick to him.
So maybe we'll try to watch that.
Yeah. Now, did you say, okay, so that was one. Did you say that, was there anything else that was made about this? It was just that. Okay. And that was from 96, you said? Or no,
it was mid-90s.
95, I think,
Yeah.
when we looked at it, I believe.
Yeah, there really hasn't been anything else.
Which is kind of wild.
Yeah,
really.
it is wild.
But I don't know.
So by 1997, the Hillsborough, the story of Hillsborough is still not settled, but it's also not moving anywhere.
Fucking 8 years later. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it gets so much worse.
I know it does, because you always bring me uplifting tales.
The families are still pushing, still asking questions, still insisting that what's been accepted as the official version of events does not match what they know to be true.
Right.
And under that pressure, the newly elected Labor government agrees to take another look.
Oh.
It is not a full inquiry. They are not reopening the case, but they are scrutinizing the evidence.
Okay.
And that is led by Lord Justice Stuart Smith. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, they have to put the damn Lord Justice shit in there.
Lord Justice
Fucking
Stuart
British, am I right?
Smith. So basically, it carries the sense that this isn't about digging deeper, but more about, is this worth digging deeper?
Sure.
Yeah. So as part of that review, something emerges.
Ooh.
It comes to light that South Yorkshire police had altered statements of 164 officers before those statements were submitted to the Taylor inquiry from 1990.
Holy fuck, really?
It removed criticism, softened language, and reshaped how events were described.
That is fucking terrible.
The version of events that had helped form the official understanding of the disaster had been completely edited.
Yeah.
This happened before the Taylor inquest, and yet still blatantly obvious that the police are to blame.
And you wonder why people are sometimes at odds with law enforcement. And I know you can't take this one thing and put a blanket on it. Obviously,
blanket statement. Yeah,
police are needed. They're a necessary thing in our communities and in our world. But man, distrust brews from shit like this.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be actual statements like, I sign off on this. This is what I believe. Not, well, let's change that.
Yeah.
Change this. Now it fits what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
Fuck you,
now
man.
Now it fits the narrative.
Yeah. Well, and that's like the world we live in today with the news and everything. And, you know, certain people will be like, and when I say certain people, there's one in mind that I'm thinking of. I may or may not be related to him. Oh, what'd you get it from? Name your certain one here. And I'm like, what the fuck are you getting your shit from? You think this is so like one-sided, but that's what your news is, dude.
Yeah, news definitely isn't.
It's not
definitely
unbiased.
biased.
It's not unbiased at all, and that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to report the fucking facts. Like this fuck, or 150 fucks.
Yeah.
Well, it probably wasn't the people who gave the statement that changed it, right? Did you come across that at all?
I don't remember if I wrote that down or not.
Okay. So it could have been, you know, a small group of people that, all right, let's change all of these.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you would think as a police officer that gave his statement of the situation or whatever, I didn't say it like that. Were they all in on it then? Because, oh, Jesus. Continue making me mad.
So, even with that sitting in front of them, the Home Secretary at the time, Jack Straw, I love that name.
Jack Straw?
Doesn't believe there's enough evidence to justify a new inquiry. Oh, all these lies? No, it's not enough.
That alone is enough. Seriously, what else do you need? All these things were altered to better fit the police force that was in charge on this day. Mm-hmm. That's not enough?
So,
holy fuck.
Jack Straw recognizes that saying that outright wouldn't sit well.
Well, of course.
And it wouldn't be accepted. So, the conclusion comes with this should come from the government. Sorry, shouldn't come from the government.
I'm like, wait, what?
It should come from someone independent, a judge. Someone whose authority would make the decision feel final, even if the underlying questions remained.
Yeah, because there's never been a fucking bad judge before. Okay.
Let's refer back to Georgia Tan, shall we?
Oh, fuck Georgia Tan, that dumb bimbo.
The Stuart Smith scrutiny goes ahead, and when it concludes, it does not recommend a new public inquiry. Despite the altered statements, despite the inconsistencies, despite everything the families have been raising for years,
right.
The altered statements suggest that the original narrative was reshaped. The reluctance to reopen the case suggests that those questions weren't being fully pursued.
Nope.
For Trevor and Jenny Hicks, and for so many others, this is another point where the system chose to close ranks, and another moment where new evidence surfaces but leads absolutely nowhere. How frustrating.
Extremely. I mean, how are you supposed to believe in the system?
Like, what year are we? 97? 97, yeah.
97 now, yeah.
8 years.
They've been dealing with the loss of their kids for 8 fucking years. I mean, shit. Vicky was the younger one?
Yeah.
She'd be 23 now if they didn't fuck this up. And Sarah would be 27. I mean, what the shit?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So, by early 1998, because the years keep coming.
That's the year I graduated high school.
Whatever hope they had come with the review the year before starts to slip again. In February, Lord Justice Stuart Smith delivers his conclusion. There are no grounds for criminal prosecutions and no reason to overturn the original inquest verdict. So despite the concerns that had been raised, despite the altered statements that had come to light, nothing is going to be reopened. And the government accepts this.
Of course they do, because it doesn't cost them anything.
And Home Secretary Jack Straw backs the decision, effectively closing the door once more. For the families, it's another moment where the possibility of progress is slipped out from underneath them like a freaking rug.
Jack Straw should be more like Jack Shit. Fuck that guy.
Each review, each decision, each opportunity to look again seems to end in the same place.
Right.
No accountability.
So sad. So fucking sad.
For Trevor Hicks, this is no longer a question of whether the system will correct itself.
Nope.
He's thinking, how long are they willing to keep pushing it? So his role within the Hillsborough Family Support Group isn't something that happens occasionally when he has the time. It is constant for him.
Yeah, no doubt.
He has meetings and statements and interviews, and he's organizing and he's responding. And the work doesn't stop even if the progress does and has. And behind all of that is the reality that every step forward in this campaign means that he is reliving the worst day of his life over and over again.
Well, see, and that's the other thing too, is like he can't put this to bed.
Who could?
No one. And like, don't get me wrong, I've never have lost a child, thank God. But like, I understand how he can't put this to bed, but that's all they want, is so they can fucking move on.
Yeah.
You can never get over the loss of a child.
There is a movie somewhere, streaming somewhere, with Colin Firth, of course, but I can't remember the name of it, Lockbridge or something.
Yeah.
Is it Lockbridge?
That sounds right. Is that right? No. Continue on. Let me.
So his family, he's got 2 daughters, I believe, and the oldest daughter.
That wasn't a movie. That was a show.
It was a mini
like a
mini-series. Yeah, you're right.
Series.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
His youngest daughter flies home to college, I believe.
Yeah,
and
that sounds right.
The plane explodes, and all the passengers pass away.
Yeah.
And he spends decades.
Yeah, we watched it. That was That was really good.
Yeah, he spent decades finding the truth of what happened on that flight.
Yep.
And he's just like Trevor. He was like the head of the support group, just fighting all the way.
No, that was really good. Yeah, I forgot that we watched that.
I need to look that up because if you haven't seen it, people who are listening, it is absolutely...
Wasn't it Lockbridge? That sounds
it's something like that. Yeah.
And it just came out, last year?
No, I think it's... maybe we watched it last year, but let me try to find it because it is worth it. Lockerbie,
that's it.
From 2005. You're right. Lockerbie
yes.
Is spelled Locrer. Nope, Lockerbie. Lockerbie: A Search for Truth. It's 5 episodes.
Yeah, it was a limited series.
It's super good.
So good, and obviously Colin Firth. Am I right?
And it's on Peacock
Yes.
or Apple TV. So, okay. Continuing on after that majestic sound. Okay, as of the late 1990s, turned into the early 2000s.
Jesus Christ.
The story begins to fade.
Of course.
They've been keeping up with this story, this exposure for so long, but it's starting to fade from the national spotlight.
Well, and that's unfortunate, but understandable. Obviously, time moves on.
Mm-hmm. And 9/11 happens. And I know that's not in the same country.
No, but it was a worldwide thing.
It was a worldwide thing, yeah.
And it's shit. I mean, come the turn of the century, it's already been 10 fucking years 10 and a half years since this happened.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, because you had asked me last episode, did you ever hear about this? I'm like, no, I don't fucking remember. But so, when it happened, I was 10.
Yeah.
Not even. I was 9. My birthday would have been later in the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was 9. I wouldn't have fucking heard that, obviously.
No.
So, of course, also being in the States doesn't help. I never heard about this, so this is really fucking fascinating and infuriating, too.
Really?
Yeah, because all these people want are just the fucking acknowledgement that this is what it actually was, not the bullshit that fucking article did.
Yeah, the Sun.
My fucking God.
The Sun claimed that the fans were to blame because they were drunk and disorderly and they came late and they didn't have tickets and blah, 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 blah. None of which was true.
That one picture that you showed me where it literally, you talked about it, the people in the next level up were polling people. It's like, Jesus Christ. Why would people be doing that if they're unruly?
Yeah.
There's clearly something going on. Mm-hmm. Look into it, you fucks.
So I put in some Bradley, as our editor, puts in pictures on our YouTube channel, History of Buffoons Podcast, if you want to see some of the photos. But so there are no major announcements in the early 2000s, no inquiries, no dramatic developments. On the surface, it looks as if Hillsborough has been settled, filed away as a tragedy, and concluded.
Okay.
But of course, the families keep meeting. They keep organizing.
Nope.
Yep. They keep speaking when they're given the chance, even when those chances become less frequent. So they push for documents. They question insecurities. They hold on to details that others have moved on from. They are doing their due diligence times 1,000 to get the truth out there.
Well, and it's important to get the truth out there because, again, you can't... The facts are facts. And one of my fucking favorite sayings is...
this is my truth.
This is my truth. No, that's your fucking opinion. It's not a truth. And they're trying to get past that kind of bullshit and be like, no, this is what fucking happened.
Yeah.
And we need this to be recognized, acknowledged, and the people who fucked this up should be punished for it, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's complete and fucking negligence. And you can't just be like, well, I'm going to retire because I got PTSD because I fucked up.
Yeah. Without saying I did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, can't touch me.
So years pass.
Yeah.
Quietly. By 2009.
Jesus Christ. 20 years later.
Sorry, I got real low. 2009. 20 years have passed since the Hillsborough disaster.
That is crazy.
So crazy. And for a long time, it has felt as though the story has been left where it was, unresolved, no longer urgent to anyone outside the families who had been living with it. But anniversaries have a way of bringing things back around.
They certainly do.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
Nathan and I actually just had an anniversary.
Of when he asked you to...
Yeah.
I saw it on his Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, 9 years ago, I don't know, sometime this week.
Yeah, the other day.
The only reason why he knows is because of Facebook, and the only reason I know is because he told me.
Yeah, exactly. And I think in his post, and again, I very rarely go on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I happen to for some... my old high school buddy, who lives very close to me now, which is funny, because we grew up in Pewaukee, a little bit further away. And I run into him all the time. So he'll send me just random funny shit.
Yeah.
And it's usually through Facebook.
Yeah.
So he sent me something, and then when I backed out, I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
Nathan's post, and it's like, I'm going to butcher it because I don't remember word for word, but it's like something where it's like, yeah, it's the anniversary of the day she said. All right. Or whatever. Something like that. I don't know if that's the exact word he used, but it's like, yeah.
All
right. So, yeah, that's right. I saw that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So anniversaries have a way of coming back around.
All right.
So in April 2009, The Guardian, another publication in England,
I've heard of them, yeah,
publishes a piece revisiting Hillsborough as an ongoing injustice. So,
good.
They got it right. Absolutely.
Well, at least the Sun didn't fucking do it.
Yeah.
The pieces of shit.
So it lays out what the families have been saying for years, that the official version of events never matched the reality, that questions remained unanswered, and that the truth has never been fully acknowledged, or that people are being held accountable.
I have a question.
Shoot.
I don't know if you come across this. If you did come across this, you say this later. Is that stadium still open?
It is.
Did they do some fucking renovations?
They did.
Thank fucking... Do you get into that at all? Or
I don't think I do, but they...
Okay.
I think I did... No, I don't. No, I don't get into it, but they did They don't have any standing room, if I'm correct. They don't have any...
They shouldn't.
Yeah, they don't have any standing room.
Fucking
They're
hell.
all seats now.
That one picture where they show the... What was the bar you called it? What was the name of it?
Anti-crush bar or something. Again, that's in our...
in the last episode.
Episode on our YouTube channel.
Oh my God. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Those are just mangled.
They're metal guards that were completely mangled because of the pressure of the people.
Yeah, they were literally pushed, like the metal broke because of how much pressure was on it. Think of that. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was curious if it was still open because of this story. Okay.
Yep. So, for many people reading it, this is not new information, but it feels new because it hasn't been in front of them in a long time.
Oh, of course.
So,
well, and it's a new generation. 20 years. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
That's
a lot can happen.
A lot can happen. More people, new people that didn't know about it, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm. Or people who are now in a legal position to do something about it, who didn't before.
Okay, just think you were 4 when that happened, and you're in England, right?
Almost 4. I'm 3.5.
Okay. I wasn't meaning you specifically, but yeah.
But I was.
Let's talk about Kate. You're 3.5.
I'm 3.5.
This happens.
Yeah.
You don't fucking know what's going on. You're still like, ooh, doll or whatever, But 20 years later,
years now,
you're now 23.5.
I'm in law school.
No, she wasn't.
I wasn't.
No way.
But I'm in law school, and now I have a voice, and I can do something about it.
I want to help these people get some justice to this injustice, basically.
Yeah. So you know something?
I do.
I have to pee.
Oh, thank God, because you know what?
You have to pee?
No, you can get me another beer. For some reason, I brought 2 and I have 3. So if you, once you go pee, could kindly grab me a beer, that'd be great.
Okay. And we're back.
How are you liking your beer?
It's heavy. It's a little heavy.
Okay.
I think 1, maybe 2 is probably enough for me.
Well, it's
but it's good.
It's
I
only
like it.
5.2, so it's not nothing crazy
No.
too alcohol wise. But I get it.
Yeah.
I can see that for you. I mean, especially with your go-to's Modelo.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But
I don't want to
still
say
like it. Like, it's still good.
No, I know. I don't want to say Modelo's light, but it's lighter than that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I'm glad you like it.
Okay, so after years of pushing,
20
often
years.
without much attention, the story is being told again.
Which is great.
Excuse me.
What were you doing there?
There's me blowing out my...
Oh.
Yeah, and I hit the microphone.
Okay, anyways. Anywho's.
Yeah. So at this... Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I'm still burping.
That's fine.
So at this time,
Yes.
the story doesn't stay in print. It reaches government. So labor ministers Andy Burnham and Maria Eagle take notice, and they have begun calling for the release of all documents that had been missing for years.
Okay.
They began releasing documents related to Hillsborough, everything that had been held back, everything that might help explain not just what happened that day, but what happened in years prior.
So, wait.
Nope, years after.
What was held back?
All the documents were not there and readily available.
Oh, see, that's fucking... I want to say frustrating, infuriating.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
But we're getting inquiries from over here with documents and inquiries over here with documents and the Taylor report and this inquiry and this accidental death conviction. And there's documents after documents after documents.
This might be something you never even came across, didn't hear, doesn't matter. Do you need a Q-tip?
Probably. Damn.
Okay.
It itches.
She's getting there nice and deep like. Wow, thanks for derailing my question.
Documents.
Stuff and things.
From inquiry.
Q-tip. Oh, shit. What was I just going to ask?
Sorry.
That's all right. I shouldn't have looked up.
I shouldn't have looked at you.
Fucking hell. All right, continue. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Sorry about that.
It was a relevant question, too. I actually thought it was a pretty good question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, just days later on April 15th.
The anniversary?
Yep.
To the day.
Thousands gather for the 20th anniversary memorial service.
Where did they gather? At the stadium or...
Yes, I believe it was at the stadium.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. In a moment of embrace.
Yeah.
2 decades. So many questions here hanging in the air. Andy Burnham, one of the labor ministers.
Yes.
Stands to speak,
representing
the government, delivering what was meant to be a formal address.
Okay.
But as he begins, the crowd starts chanting, quote, "Justice for the 96. Justice for the 96.
I'm with him.
Yeah.
Fuck, I would have done that. I would have been 29 and a half.
It starts in one section and then it spreads and it grows louder, more unified, and it just takes over the moment entirely. And
good.
And Burnham just can't continue, which is okay. It's okay.
It's a good thing.
Yeah,
actually.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Because the call for full disclosure, the release of the documents, the opening of the record is no longer just coming from these families. It is being taken up by the government. And now it's being backed by the Prime Minister Gordon Brown's administration, turning something that had been dismissed into something that now has momentum behind it.
Okay.
So, by 2012...
Jesus Christ. That's the year the world was supposed to end.
More than 2 decades have passed. And in September, the Hillsborough Independent Panel releases its report, the result of reviewing over... Oh, guess how many documents? Go ahead and guess.
17,000.
Much higher.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say 1,700. I'm like, I'm going to go ridiculous. And it was higher than 17,000?
Much higher.
What's the number?
Almost 500,000 documents.
Holy fuck.
450,000 documents.
Shit. I would have never got that
I
fucking
know.
number. Holy crap. That is a lot of fucking documents.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
That's going to take a decade to go through.
Well, I mean, they've already waited 23 years.
That's
What's another
fair.
fucking 10? Fuckers.
And in these documents, there are still material that has never been fully examined before.
And that is bullshit. Mm-hmm. Complete fucking bullshit.
If they did it right the first time, there would not be 450,000 documents, but maybe 7,500 documents.
But the problem is, you had people who are saving their own ass.
Yeah.
They fucking altered fucking statements to save their own ass. And that's horseshit.
450,000 documents is not 450,000 pages. It's 450,000 documents.
Which could be multiple fucking pages per
Holy
document.
crap.
It's not like it's each one is a paragraph.
No. No.
Jesus Christ. That's insane. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So at the center of that work is Professor Phil Scranton, who has spent years documenting what the families had been saying since the beginning.
Good.
That the story wasn't complete, that it hasn't been told honestly, and now they have confirmation that police failures were far more serious than they had publicly acknowledged. Confirmation that the response on the day had been inadequate. And perhaps most significantly, confirmation that the narrative blaming the fans have been actively shaped.
Clearly.
For the families, including Trevor and Jenny Hicks, this is the moment they had been working towards for over 20 years.
23 years.
The sense that they had been saying all along is no longer being dismissed or minimized and is finally taken seriously. In Parliament, Prime Minister David Cameron issued a formal apology to the families, acknowledging that what happened at Hillsborough and the years after that was wrong. Not just the disaster itself, but the way it had been handled. The way the story had been allowed to settle in the wrong place.
I'm not saying this to make light of what happened, obviously, and you know that with me. Accidents, and I use that very loosely because they said accidental deaths and all that.
Accidental death.
Things happen.
Yes.
They're tragic.
Yes.
They're not good. We know that.
This is not a perfect society.
Correct.
Right.
Things fucking happen.
Yeah.
I could live with that. However, the fucking blatant fucking covering up and bullshit
And the blaming.
and the fucking slandering of the fans. Oh, they were just a bunch of drunken fucking idiots is basically what they were saying.
Yeah.
That is horseshit.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, would we rather have those 96 people alive? Yeah, because we're in fucking 2012, 23 years later. The youngest of the family we're focusing on, the Hicks family, would be 30 fucking 8. Could have a family, could have multiple kids of her own.
And the youngest kid that was a victim was 10.
Jesus Christ. Fucking 33 at this point.
Yeah.
Because of some negligence from some stupid fucks. And that is horrible, terrible, shitty fucking circumstance.
Yeah.
But even with that being said, the lying about it is I'm
worse.
I'm not going to say way worse because losing your kids,
Yeah.
again, fucking tragic. I couldn't fathom that. But holy fuck. About fucking time someone... But again, 23 years later, what's the Prime Minister's name?
David Cameron.
Why don't I remember him? Anyways, sorry.
I know I remembered a couple of them, but not all of the prime
Yeah, I'm
ministers.
the same, but I also don't. I actively don't follow politics because all it does is cause arguments and fucking anger.
Yeah.
But great, thank you.
Thank you for the words.
And now you can't blame David Cameron because
no.
he wasn't in
He's speaking
charge.
on behalf of others,
Correct.
negligent, stupid people.
Correct. So obviously, I'm not focusing this against David Cameron, but it's like cool. I don't know. Maybe if these police force would have done their job, I'd have my daughters. But okay, cool.
Yeah.
But again, not against David Cameron. However, what does this do for me? But at least it's fucking being acknowledged.
It's being acknowledged.
That is a huge fucking...
And it's being out. It's being put out there in the world.
Right. Which it needs to be because there's and again,
it's not a private apology. Be like, oh, sorry this happened to you, but don't tell anyone. We're sorry.
My bad.
Yeah.
And not that it doesn't bring your kids back. Doesn't bring another 94 people back, obviously, too. Anything like that. But I would imagine, luckily I've never had to go through anything like this. Thank God. It's got to mean something, though. Finally getting that acknowledgement, even from someone who had nothing to fucking do with it.
Right.
He's just in a powerful position, so he's like...
He took the responsibility to make this happen.
Which is great. So good on David Cameron for doing that. Because he had nothing to do with it, obviously. However, that's gotta feel good to some degree. Again, it's never going to bring your kids back. It's never going to bring so much comfort that, like, I lost my kids, whatever. Obviously not.
Right.
But it's nice that it's acknowledged.
Yeah.
Is all I'm trying to say in a long-winded fucking way.
So... Home Secretary Theresa May accepts the findings and orders a new criminal investigation, and they call it Operation Resolve.
Good.
And they're tasked with re-examining the disaster from the ground up.
Okay.
So at the same time, the Independent Police Commission launches its own investigation into how the case had been handled after the fact, including the conduct of officers and the handling of evidence.
Right.
After years of doors closing, one after another, they finally begin to reopen. And then just a few months later, a piece falls into place. In December, the original inquest verdict, accidental death, was squashed by the High Court.
Good.
Lord Chief Justice Igor Judge, because of course his last name is Judge.
No, you're skipping over the best part. His name is fucking Igor.
Yeah.
That is fucking
Igor Judge.
Igor Judge to the fucking Igor. That is so fucking great. I love that name.
So,
oh, Jesus Christ, that is amazing.
Igor Judge, along with two other judges, finds that the inquest had not been properly conducted.
Clearly.
Which means everything built on it no longer stands.
Good.
Which means the official record that had defined the disaster for over 20 years is set aside, and with it, the limitation that shaped the story, the 3:15 cutoff time.
That is,
The restricted evidence, the narrow conclusions, they're no longer fixed in place.
Good.
Yes.
Fuck that.
On March...
Go Igor.
Go Igor.
You're my fucking boy now, dog.
On March 31st, 2014,
Jesus Christ.
new inquests begin in Birchwood, Warrington. They are detailed, they are methodical, and they are expansive. Evidence is revisited and testimony is heard again. Decisions made on the day are examined in full without the restriction that had shaped the earlier process, like the 3:15 cutoff.
Which was still just fucking wild.
Right.
That was
like the point of no return or whatever.
Yeah. Like, what? Wait, what?
No. So the inquest stretched on for more than 2 years, again, becoming the longest case ever heard by a jury in British history.
Holy shit.
It lasted 2 years. For the families...
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. 2 fucking years. Okay.
So for the families like Trevor and Jenny Hicks, They are finally being heard.
Yeah.
Every detail matters now. The decisions at the turnstiles, the opening of the gate, the flow of people into the central pens, the response on the pitch, the timing of the medical care, the actions that were taken and the ones that were not. Nothing is off limits now. Yes, Bradley.
Is Duckenfield still alive?
Yes.
Good.
Slowly, over these 2 years, a fuller picture finally begins to emerge. That on April of 2016, that process reaches its conclusion and the jury delivers its verdict.
Which is?
They were asked 14 questions.
Oh, do you have the questions?
I do not.
Okay.
Each
I
one...
feel like that would be important.
It's not. The important part
I'm joking.
is like the last one, probably.
I'm joking.
I don't know.
Yes.
Each of those 14 questions were designed to break down the disaster into more component parts, to examine responsibility, not as a single moment, but more of a series of moments and decisions and conditions that came together.
Okay.
The 96 people who died at Hillsborough are found to have been unlawfully killed. Not accidentally, not inevitably, unlawfully killed. Unawfully. Wow, that was unawful.
That is our title.
I don't want to put killed in the title.
No, it's just going to be unawfully.
So the verdict places responsibility in part on the actions of who?
Duckenfield.
David Duckenfield.
Fuck that guy. David, if you're still around, fuck you.
Yeah.
Seriously, you fucked this shit up.
He identified as gross negligence in a way that the situation was handled that day.
It is really gross. You're not wrong.
It's also recognized that what happened was not the result of a single failure, but a series of them.
100%.
Quote, errors. Wow.
Error.
That was Eurotrip coming through.
Bringing it back fucking twice.
Errors and emissions.
Actually, I think our title should be gross negligence.
So errors and emissions by the police operation contributed to the disaster. Failures by the South Yorkshire Ambulance Service also played a role.
Mm-hmm.
The stadium...
Because again, only fucking one made it in. And one made it out, if you will.
Ah, that's so awful.
I mean, luckily or unluckily, it doesn't matter because she died. The Hicks were on it. Well, one of them was. Two of them were, but
Vicky
Trevor
Hicks was the only one taken by ambulance.
Yeah, because Sarah was still on the pitch or whatever. But, I mean, it didn't matter. She still ended up passing. So it's like, well, okay. And by the way, I'd just like to give a personal negative shout out to that fucking nurse.
Yeah, that nurse was awful. I don't have her name, and that's probably a good thing.
That's probably a good thing because
she probably feels guilty already.
She's fucking better.
Okay.
Anyways, all right.
So, the stadium itself, its design, its layout, its lack of valid safety certificate, which they did not have.
Seriously?
They did not have a valid safety certificate, which apparently is the thing that they need over there.
Okay. If that's the thing they need and they don't have it?
Gross negligence.
What the fuck? Why was this ever even a fucking question?
Even the preparation of the match by Sheffield Wednesday Football Club, whose home stadium is Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday is the football club.
That's so weird.
I don't know, but it's the home stadium.
Is there a Sheffield Thursday?
I don't know, Bradley.
Sorry, go on.
I questioned Wednesday as well, but I didn't question it enough to look it up.
Okay, fair enough.
But it is the home stadium of Hillsborough. Yeah. It is also the preparation of the match by that football club is also considered within that chain of events. And then, most significantly, the jury addresses something that has hung in the air for fucking decades.
What?
They find no behavior on the part of Liverpool fans or supporters contributed to the situation. No late arrivals, no disorder, no blame, no drunken hooliganism. It was not the fans' fault.
Now, did some probably have some beers prior?
Oh, for sure.
We've tailgated.
Oh, for sure.
I've tailgated my whole fucking life, going to Packers games, Brewers games, whatever.
I'm sure I would tailgate with my parents if I still lived nearby.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And were there beers probably had? Yes. That doesn't mean you can't instantly go, they're all fucking drunks. They're all drunkards and they don't know what they're doing. It's on them.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing this voice. But what the fuck?
But after more than 20 years of accusation and implication from the freaking Sun, the supporters are fully and formally exonerated. And for the families, this is the moment where everything they have been saying is finally recognized in the official record.
Wow.
Burping, burping, burping.
Maybe that's the title. All right. Anyways.
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
By 2017, because of course we're still going.
God damn.
The momentum that had building started to translate into criminal charges now.
Good. Duckenfield.
Yes.
Yes!
In June of 2017.
Yeah.
Following of years of work under that Operation Resolve.
Give me some good news.
The Crown prosecute.
Kate is not a wordsmith.
The Crown Prosecution Service. There it is.
There it is.
Announced that David Duckenfield, the officer in command on the day of disaster, will be charged
with
manslaughter by gross negligence. There is a little caveat. It's okay. Like, I feel like it's okay.
Does he not have to serve time because of it? It's so long ago.
The charge relates to 95 of the 96 victims that died that day.
Who's the one that they didn't fucking give?
They cannot include Tony Bland, who was the 96th victim because he died several years later.
Oh.
In 1993, after being in a persistent vegetative state since the disaster.
Okay, fuck off. That is horseshit.
Yeah. The gap between the event and the death places it outside the legal framework for the charge.
Okay, I get it, but clearly that's why he fucking died. He was in a vegetative state since fucking 1989, dies four fucking years later because he's been in a vegetative state since 1989. But clearly, we can't charge him with that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so 95 counts. What did he get?
So, let me continue.
All right.
At the same time, attention is also on Graham Mackerel, the Sheffield Wednesday Club secretary and safety officer.
Safety at the time
is also charged, this time under safety legislation relating to the way the stadium had been managed and prepared.
Okay.
So it reflects something the 2016 inquest had already made clear.
Yeah.
That what happened at Hillsborough wasn't the fault of a single failure, but a series of them.
Multiple failures, yes.
Later that same year, another piece of story shifts, this time not focused on what happened in 1989, but what happened afterward.
Right.
In November, Bishop James Jones published a report commissioned by the Home Secretary, Theresa May. It's not about assigning blame. It's about how the families were treated in the years that followed and how the system responded to them when they were at their most vulnerable.
Sure.
What it lays out is the report sets out 25, quote, points of learning. Recommendations designed to prevent something like this from happening again. Not just the tragedy, but also the response.
Sure.
So among them is a concept that becomes central to everything that follows. It is called a duty of candor.
It sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Right? Duty of Candour, out this June. Sorry.
That public authorities, including the police, should be required to act openly and honestly after major events. What?
Why does that even need to be said? Why is that
What a
not
novel idea.
Duty of Candour? All right, new fucking title. Because they just keep coming apparently lately. Why? Why? I'll go down deep like you did. Why does that need to even fucking be said? Isn't that what it should fucking be?
I know.
For the love of God.
So public authorities, including the police, should be required to act openly and honestly after major incidents.
Or just every day.
That they should assist they should assist investigations fully rather than control the shape of the narrative. That the burden of uncovering the truth should not fall on those who have already lost the most.
I feel like...
This is like common sense.
But the problem is you get people, especially in places of power, police, judges, name your elevated position here, and they're just out to save their own ass. Because...
And they have the means to.
They have the means to. They can shut down shit. They can change narratives. They can do this. That's literally like the world we're living in. Like, I think we need a fucking duty of candor for the whole fucking world right now. Because, I don't know, basically, you boil it down, and this is Bradley's interpretation, don't be a dick. Be truthful.
Yeah.
But the world we live in right now, not so much.
Not so much. By 2019.
Oh my God. 30 fucking years later.
The story has come full circle. 30 years after the Hillsborough disaster, the question of criminal responsibility is finally in the courtroom.
I feel like it needs 360 years to come full circle.
In January 2019.
Really poor. I apologize.
I know, that's why I keep continuing.
No, you just didn't get it. It's why.
Fuck you.
Did you get it?
I didn't hear you. In January 2019.
I can repeat it.
The trial begins at Preston Crown Court.
Where is that?
Miss Preston. I don't know.
Christ. Okay.
David Duckenfield.
Fuck that guy.
Now 75 years old.
Doesn't matter. He's still a dick.
Stands in the dock alongside Graham Mackerel, both pleading not guilty.
Of course they're going to plead not guilty.
In opening the prosecution's case, the argument is fairly fucking direct. Duckenfield's responsibility, they say, comes from his role as match commander, the decisions he made, and the failures in how he managed the situation as it unfolded.
Yeah.
It is framed not as a single mistake, but as a failure of duty, a breakdown in responsibility at the highest level on that day.
Yep.
Of course, the defense argues.
Of course. I mean, that's why they're there. And
That's part of their job.
You got to let them do that. It's like saying, why do you defend like criminals? Well, because that's their job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird.
Yeah.
If you think about it, but it's their job.
Yeah.
So
the defense argues that Duckenfield is being singled out.
He was in charge.
That what happened cannot be reduced to one person, one decision, one point of failure.
However, top down.
The disaster was more complex, and in many ways, both arguments reflect something the families have known all along. Hillsborough was never just about one failure.
Multiple.
But it doesn't mean that responsibility should disappear.
No.
As the trial unfolds, the weight of those decades hangs on everything. And the time that has passed, the evidence that has been revisited, the memories that had been created forward has been for 30 years. And when the case goes to jury, there is a sense that this moment might finally clear the air. The air. The air. But it doesn't.
No. Are you?
In 8 days. Nope. In April, after 8 days of deliberation, the jury was unable to reach a verdict on Duckenfield's charge. There is no resolution. However,
Okay. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Graham Mackerel is found guilty of breaching his legal duty regarding safety at the stadium, specifically in relation to the allocation of turnstiles. It is a conviction, one that acknowledges failure,
However,
but comes with a penalty that feels to many very small in comparison of what
because
actually happened.
How old is Graham at this time?
I did not look it up.
Okay.
However, he was only slapped with a fine.
Because, 96 people's lives.
So
What was the fine?
I did not do research on the conversion
That's fine.
from 2019 to 2026.
Is it in pounds?
But I did do the conversion from pounds to dollars for 2019.
Yeah, that's fine.
6,500 pounds,
Which is?
800 or 8,600 in dollars. That was his fine.
You know what?
Oh my God.
96 people died because of his failure to actually, I don't know,
Have a safe stadium.
do his job as safety person, whatever his title was. And all you were charged was $8,000.
Let me write you a check.
I wish I had $8,000 to write a check with.
For Doug and Field, the question remains open, but so the case continues. In June, it is confirmed that there will be a retrial. The process begins again in October. I'm not sure what the English reason of a retrial is.
Yeah.
But this time with additional efforts to ensure that the families and survivors can be present. Proceeds relayed to Liverpool, allowing these most affected to witness what is happening without having to travel. So this last one took place in like Whittenfield or whatever. Now it's being taken place in Liverpool. So people can actually get there.
The Beatles.
Supposedly. I didn't do the route or whatever.
It's fine.
So,
Jesus Christ.
even with that, the outcome does not change.
Come on.
In November, after days of deliberation, the jury returns its verdict, not guilty.
On Duckenfield?
Yeah. And just like that.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's right.
They came across not guilty. Okay, fine. But everyone can clearly see, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Right? I mean, fucking Graham.
in hindsight, yes.
Okay. Oliver, your paws are cute.
So by this point, so much has already been established. The inquests have ruled unlawful killing. The supporters have been fully exonerated. The failures of police, emergency response, and stadium safety have been laid out in detail. The truth in many ways has already been found.
Sure.
But the courtroom operates differently.
Yeah,
It requires a different threshold, a standard of proof.
of course.
And meeting that standard after 30 years, after evidence that has been shaped, challenged, and revisited, is something that still proves difficult, perhaps impossible.
Right.
So the story ends in a place that feels both resolved and unresolved.
Yeah, it's like in a state of limbo.
In May,
May of 202 1.
Oh my God, I was pee again. In May,
seriously?
in
Jesus.
May 2021, because that's where we are again. Attention turns once again to the question of accountability after the fact. 3 men, 2 former South Yorkshire police officers, and the force's solicitor at the time stand trial on charges of perverting the course of public justice. The case centers on the alteration of officers' statements, something that had become one of the clearest indicators that the narrative have been shaped in the aftermath.
No, for sure.
But before the case can reach a conclusion, it is stopped by the judge.
Really?
Insufficient evidence to allow the case to go to the jury. The trial ends without a verdict, and all 3 men are acquitted.
So, being so much, I mean, we're in 2021 or 202 1. I mean, so many years have passed. It's hard with that much distance between points to like. Now, if this happened 30 fucking years ago,
Right.
maybe we're onto something.
Right.
Because that would have been, 1991, 2 years after the incident. So, unfortunately, I get it. It sucks. But, like, what are you supposed to do with 30 plus years fucking between what happened? It's.
But then the Taylor report, the Taylor inquiry that happened just January of 1990.
Yeah, not even a year later.
Like, had all the evidence out there.
Well, did they?
Maybe not the police side of things, but whatever. Okay.
Do you know who should have also gotten sued or tried or whatever is the fucking son?
Oh, I know. For fucking slander.
Slander.
I was going to say slibel. Slibel. Slander and libel.
I hate being fucking slibeled.
Okay.
Yes.
So just days later, another development takes shape.
Okay.
South Yorkshire Police, along with West Midlands Police, agrees to a settlement with more than 600 people, families and survivors, acknowledging the harm caused by the way the disaster had been handled forward. Not just the event itself, but the campaign that followed it. The false narratives, the attempt to shift blame, the emotional and psychological toll of having to fight for years against a version of events that did not reflect reality.
Yep.
Compensation is offered for trauma, for psychiatric damage, for the long-term impact of what the families have been described as a cover-up. Okay?
Well, it was a cover-up.
So that happened. And then in July, something happens that changes the story again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
This one is sad.
Oh.
The coroner rules that Andrew Devine, who had lived more than 30 years with the effects of catastrophic brain injuries sustained in the sustained in the crush, died as a direct result of those injuries. 30 years after the initial injury, he finally dies. And they say that it is because of the Hillsborough disaster. He makes the 97th victim.
Jesus Christ. That is sad.
By 2023.
Oh, Jesus Christ, 3 fucking years ago.
The government formally responds to the report written by Bishop James Jones years earlier.
James Jones used to be a wide receiver for the Packers.
Wonderful.
Not that same James Jones.
Jim Jones is a cult leader who killed a bunch of people with Kool-Aid.
I love Kool-Aid.
Bishop James Jones, years later, a report had been laid out, lessons not just about Hillsborough. Yes.
I like how...
Yes, Bradley.
I used the literal same name, and you're like, Jim Jones.
Well,
I mean, was his real name James? I mean,
probably,
then
yeah.
you should have said that. But anyways, continue.
But everybody knows him as Jim.
Nobody fucking cares what that psychopath did.
Okay, so...
Anyways, continue.
The report had laid out lessons not just about Hillsborough, but about how institutions should respond to tragedy in general.
Sure.
Ministers issue apologies for the delay, acknowledging that it has taken far too long to address those recommendations, and they agree to adopt the charter. They accept the idea that of a duty of candor, an expectation...
I love that name, by the way.
...that police and public authorities should act openly and honestly in the aftermath of major events.
Okay.
The government declines to introduce what has become known as Hillsborough Law, a proposal that would make the duty of candor a legal requirement and ensure that bereaved families have equal access to legal resources when facing public authorities. In other words, the principle is accepted, but the enforcement is not.
Right.
For Trevor and Jenny Hicks, and for the families who have carried this forward for more than 3 decades, that complexity is part of the reality that they have lived for this long.
34 fucking years.
Hillsborough was never just about a single day, but it was about everything that also happened since.
Well, yeah. it started with the day, obviously, but it's everything, those families and friends.
Honestly, it started with the build of the Hillsborough Stadium.
Well, yeah, technically.
And its safety regulations.
And fucking Graham, that piece of shit.
By 2025.
God damn.
More than 3 decades after the Hillsborough disaster, in September, the government introduces, finally, Hillsborough law.
Thank God.
This time it's brought into Parliament as legislation under Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour government. I'm sorry, I don't know who that person is, but
I think
or how it's pronounced.
The current Prime Minister.
I just don't know how to pronounce it.
No, that's okay.
The proposal establishes a statutory duty for police officers, public officials, and authorities to act with candor, transparency, and frankness in the aftermath of major incidents.
So is it Candour or is it Candour?
I like Candour.
Because I think it's Candour.
No, it's Candour. I'm pretty sure it sounds like Gondor.
I think of Endor.
It's
from Return of the Jedi.
No, it's Gondor from Lord of the Rings.
We're going to the duty of Candour.
Duty of Candour. It's not whatever you said.
That is
it's not right.
Literally the name.
It's not right.
It's not Candour.
It's Candour.
Can we, after this episode concludes, confirm that? Please?
No, it's Candour.
Okay.
I'm the one who wrote it. It's Candour. So
that's what makes me nervous.
In simple terms.
Candour.
No. It aims to ensure that what happened after Hillsborough, altered statements, withheld information, cannot happen in the same way ever again.
Right.
But even there, the story continues to unfold. Because introducing a law is one thing, what follows is just as important, and that becomes clear in December of 2025. 4 months ago.
That's, well, no, 5.
5 months ago.
Well, depending on the date, but yes.
The Independent Office for Police. The Independent Office for Police Conduct releases the finding of its long-running investigation into both the disaster itself and what happened afterwards. Not just the decisions made on the day, but handling of the evidence, the conduct of officers, and the broader institutional response in the years that followed.
Okay.
A final piece of the puzzle. A formal examination of the aftermath. The same aftermath that the families have been questioning for decades.
Yes.
And its publication serves as a reminder of something that has been true throughout the entire fucking story. The Hillsborough event was never about a single event. It was about how it was understood, how it was recorded, how it was challenged, how it was shaped, how it was controlled, how it was denied. No more than 35 years later, those layers are still being uncovered,
36.
Still being examined, still being turned into lessons that might shape what happens next. And we're in 2026 now, and it's not final yet. Like, it's crazy. It's still not final.
Fucking wild that it's taken this long and it's still not fucking done.
Let me end on this.
Yes.
Trevor Hicks was the chairman and later president of the Hillsborough Family Support Group.
Good.
He was one of the most visible voices representing the families through decades of legal battles, inquiries, and public scrutiny.
Go on. Did he pass?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Trevor fought...
I thought that's where you were fucking going.
Sorry,
I'm like, come on.
No. Trevor fought for justice for his daughters, Sarah and Victoria, and the other victims for 3 decades. He has continued to speak publicly about Hillsborough, helping to shape reforms and ensure what happens has not been forgotten. He lives in Sheffield and remains involved in community and advocacy work connected to the legacy of Hillsborough. Jenny Hicks was the vice president and the longest-serving committee member of the Hillsborough Family Support Group. The group ceased to exist as of January 1st, 2021. She fought for justice for her daughters and the other 95 victims for over 3 decades. Mm-hmm. Jenny wrote the book One Day in April, Hillsborough, A Mother's Story in 2022.
Okay.
And that is where I got most of my information.
Nice.
She lives in Liverpool and volunteers as a school governor for young people who have been excluded from mainstream education. And that is the story of the Hillsborough disaster of 1989 and its aftermath.
I know we have a limited audience, and I love it if people even made it this far in our episode. We do this because we like it, and stories like this are fucking tragic, depressing, but also inspiring.
And they need to be shared.
And they need to be shared. And so I give a huge shout out to Trevor and to Jenny, who will never hear this, and that's okay. You hear this, and this is what we do. It's for you and me, honestly. Good on them. Losing your kids so young. I mean, they're 15 and 19. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And they kept fighting for them and for the other, not just for their kids, but for everyone who lost their life that day.
Everyone was just as important.
And they were. And obviously, their kids were more important to them. However, everyone was equally as important that lost their life that day because of some bullshit and the fact that they have basically had to wait this long, and it's still technically ongoing. People know, though, clearly.
Oh, we know.
You know, yeah, you might not get a conviction on fucking duck and field douchebag or whatever, but people know. And it sucks not to have that hard ending with a conviction.
The finality of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
But good on Trevor, good on Jenny. Sorry for your loss. Again, I know they're never going to hear this, and that's okay. But man, that's got to be fucking tough. And good on them for the, as people say, fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
Because things like this inspire change in other things, which we need, and especially in the fucking world we live in, that's fucking on fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture of a car on fire yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever. But it's just fucking wild. Seriously, it's just sad that they had to go through such a tragic, tragic fucking thing.
And then relive it over and
relive it
over.
Literally for the last 37 fucking years. I mean, today is the 3rd. We're 12 days from the 37th anniversary of the Hillsborough disaster. And it's sad.
Well, when this comes out, it'll come out on the 14th.
Oh, shit. Yeah, this will come out
day.
The day before. So that's fucking fitting.
The day before.
So,
the anniversary. What year? 1989.
37 years. So.
One day before.
Yeah.
37 year anniversary.
Cheers to Trevor. Cheers to Jenny.
Cheers.
I finished all my beers.
Did you like them?
They were delicious.
Mine is also delish.
Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. And obviously not just to Trevor and Jenny, but everyone who lost a friend, a family member, what doesn't matter. Anyone who lost anyone in the Hillsborough disaster, fucking tragic. And cheers on you for being strong and getting through it. So. Welp.
I suppose.
All right, buffoons. That's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate. Music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.